Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. As always, thank you for joining in. Thank you for stopping by. You could be watching anybody's video, but you decided to stop by and watch mine. And from the bottom of my heart, I truly, truly, truly appreciate every viewer, every comment, every inbox, every private message. I appreciate them all. I'm telling you so many times that is the encouragement that I need to keep on going. So I ask that you keep on watching, keep on commenting, keep on supporting. I appreciate all of it. So since we've been on this bandwagon talking about dating, there are some more things that I want to talk about as it relates to dating. I think if you've watched my past two videos, you've heard me talk about some of the challenges I've had with dating with kids, and they were not so much challenges, but things that I had to consider while dating with kids. And then even in my other video, I talked about being transparent and in the process of starting over and just being vulnerable and letting people know what that process looks like, because sometimes TV and movie make it seem like, oh, this is such a glamorous thing. It is not. Not for everybody. Sometimes it's very difficult. It's very hard to get through. And some people don't even see a way to get through it. I know I was there for a long time. I never saw myself getting through situations or getting through that situation. And I never really truly saw myself getting to a place where I could say, I have truly started over. I have let go of the past. I have moved on. I had to come to the realization that many times, in order for us to get to those good things that God has for us, or the best things that God has for us, many times we have to let go, and some things have to end in order for us to get to those things that God has in store for us. And I think once we accept that it's not the end of the world when something ends, because God truly does have something better for us. God always has our best interests at heart. If nobody else does, God always has our best interests at heart. And that is one of the things I had to embrace and consider. And I think that is what helped me move on and just get to this new season of starting over. Again, it was not easy. There was a lot of challenges, and sometimes I didn't think I was going to make it through. But I'm so thankful that God carried me through. He had people around me that was my cushion, that just supported me and helped me get through it. And so many of you that are watching this, some of you may feel that you need that type of support to help you get through it. And I would say if you feel comfortable, find a group of people that you maybe go to church with, or some people you work with. I know sometimes work relationships can be kind of touch and go, but find somebody that you trust and somebody you have built a relationship with, and just begin to slowly share the things that you have been through. And you just never know, that person could be an answered prayer to you. It could be a person that has went through everything that you're going through, and they've been through it already, and they could be your guide in you getting through this season. But one of the most important things I want to share inside of dating, especially for Christian dating, it can apply to anybody, but mostly for Christian, those that have confessed Jesus Christ as their Lord, those that are born again believers, those that confess to have the Holy Ghost, however you identify. There is so many key things that we have to consider inside of dating. Number one is to know who you are before you start dating. Have standards, have morals, or whatever. When we don't have those things in place, sometimes we jump into relationships or situations, and it almost seems like we are desperate for things or a person. But have morals. Know who you are. Know the person that you are inside and out, and know the person that you are without having a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Who are you as an individual? When God looks on your life, what does he see? What kind of standards and morals do you have? Many times when there's no morals or standards, then people tend to just accept anything, or they go for anything. And when you look at them later, they be like, wow, I never thought you would do that. But it's because they had no standards, they had no morals, they have no values in place before they start dating. So they open themselves up to so many things. There may be people that we know personally, people that we work with, people that we may fellowship at the same church with. Sometimes we see them when they embark on new relationships. And sometimes people are really solid in their relationships. They stand on their morals. They stand on the standards that they always have. And then you have some who maybe have said or voiced, hey, this is my standard, or this is where my morals lie. But some people are so desperate for a relationship that they will lay down those standards and morals for the sake of having someone. And that's not a good thing to do. That's why it's important when you're dating, take your time, let God lead you. Find that person, or let God show you that person that you are compatible with, the person that complements you, a person who believes the same way that you do. Now, I'm not saying they have to be like a clone of you, but somewhere you guys are on the same page. Especially if you're a Christian, make sure who you're dating believes in the same God that you believe in, believes in serving and pleasing the same God that you do. Have the same beliefs, have the same desires as in living a certain way. Even when it comes down to finance, make sure that person is on the same page with you. If you are strong in your standards and your morals before dating, make sure those are the same standards and morals you stand on throughout your relationship. And if God should allow it to lead to marriage, make sure those are your same standards and morals. If you believe that there should be no sex outside of marriage, then make sure that is the standard and the moral you stand on. No, everybody may not agree. Everybody may not see it from that standpoint. But if that is your standard, if that is your moral, don't let anyone change that. If you believe that this is acceptable in relationship inside of dating, or this isn't acceptable, stand on that. No matter who it is, the right person will understand that, because somewhere in them, they should have the same type of desire. If you don't have standards and morals in place before you start dating, you will fall and accept anything that looks good, you will fall for it. And as the saying goes, everything that glitters isn't gold, and everything that is gold doesn't glitter. I think that's how that goes. Inside of courting and dating, you always want to make sure that that person that you're with and you're getting to know, that you are on the same page with each other. I've come to understand and learn how you date is eventually how you're going to live inside of your marriage. What you allow in your dating season eventually spills over into your marriage. So always make sure that you're sticking to certain principles, certain values, standards, morals, just making sure that everything is in line. You don't ever want to appear to be so desperate that you would just lower everything about yourself to have that person, because I've seen that blow up in so many people's faces, that they wanted to be everything this person wanted, but they were never themselves. They transformed to be what the person wanted, but they were fighting against who they really were. And at the end, the relationship did not last because that is not who they truly were. I think too many times people are focused on having someone to look good next to them. Everybody that looks good next to you is not necessarily good for you. And I think that's where a lot of us get tripped up at in life, and throughout our dating and relationships. We're always stuck on, oh, I want that person that's going to look good. Yeah, we desire that person that looks good, but make sure they have more to bring to the table, more than just looking good? Are they good for you? Are they good for you spiritually? Are they good for you if you should marry? Are they good for you? Because it has to go beyond looks. What is this person's character like? What kind of person are they? How do they live? You need to know all of that, and you got to go past, oh, they look good next to me, or I look good next to them. It has to be more than just looks. As I get ready to close out this video, I want you to stop and think about your own personal standards. Have you stuck by your standards inside of dating? Have you stuck with the morals that maybe you were raised on, or some that you developed once you got older and had a better understanding of things? Have you always stuck with your morals, or do you have any standards or morals in place? Do they waver based on relationship, or are they the same across the board? I want to encourage you, even inside of your single season, make sure that you establish, if you don't already, make sure you establish some standards in which you can stand on, standards in which you can live by. Make sure you have those things established within you. So when you are ready to date again, you won't just fall for anything just because it looks good as it dangles in front of your face. Make sure it is truly good for you. As always, I hope that this video blessed you. It shined a light on something that you may have considered or thought about. And as always, I appreciate you for stopping by. Until next time, be blessed.